Who the Hell is a new book series on the world's greatest thinkers, presenting their ideas in an accessible, engaging and jargon-free way. The centrepiece of Plato's philosophy is undoubtedly his theory of forms, an eternal world beyond our ordinary perception. This can be hard to get your head around because it goes against the conventional wisdom, whereby we have direct awareness of objects, both abstract and physical, as they really are. We don't generally question whether the objects we see are really there, or whether they possess the properties we perceive them to have. A ripe strawberry is exactly as we perceive it, red and sweet-smelling. This is called naive realism. Plato believed that there are two worlds, this world of sense experience, which represents space and time, and the world of forms, which he called the ideal realm, which represents thought and ideas. He also believed that humans are made up of two things, the body and the soul. While the mortal body resides in this world, the eternal soul is from the ideal realm. The soul can take us beyond the limits of this realm of space and time, and into the realm of thought and ideas. Plato introduced the world of forms as the origin of true knowledge. He believed that things in our world are mere images or likenesses of the forms in the ideal realm where they originate from. They offer us some consolation that it is possible to have true knowledge, and that there is a better, more real world beyond the one we know. Plato believed that immortal souls encounter forms prior to birth. After being exposed to the forms in the ideal realm, the soul buries this knowledge when it becomes incarnated into a living human body. After many reincarnations, the soul knows everything from this world and the world of forms. In fact, there is nothing that the soul doesn't know. There's hope for us all. It is therefore our soul that recognises copies of the forms in this world. In Plato's Republic, through the voice of Socrates, he gives beauty as an example of a form, which is displayed in beautiful sounds and colours and shapes and works of art which consist of these elements. These things are not identical to beauty itself, however. They participate in the form of beauty. When we struggle to define our concepts, it may be because of our impartial knowledge of the forms. Forms are the substance of thought and external to the thinker. They are objective and are superior to sense perception. To be able to perceive the forms enables a person to have true knowledge of things. Things in this world are contingent on other things. They don't invoke thought by themselves. For example, when seeing an apple, you don't contemplate whether it is an apple or the opposite of an apple. It just is an apple. The size, colour or variety of an apple, however, does provoke thought. You may think about whether an apple is big or small in relation to other apples. The intellect, not the senses, tells you about size. Thinking about these relative properties is to think about examples of forms, big or small in this case. Things in this world are always changing, growing from small to big, then ripe to decomposing in the case of an apple. Therefore, it is impossible to know things. Luckily, there is a reality where things can be known, according to Plato. Forms are those things that can be known because they will be pure, unchangeable and stable examples. They can be known, but only if you are willing to go beyond this world and into the realm of the intelligent. So how do we enter the ideal realm? According to Plato, it is through practicing the dialectic, which he introduces us to as the Socratic method. Socrates' philosophical method of rational and logical discussion is used by Plato to get you to think about the meaning of words. This method involves a proposed understanding of a concept being picked apart and revealed to be insufficient. We start by asking a question about basic concepts that people take for granted, such as virtue, justice, or knowledge, and then examine the assumptions that are being made about them. The dialectic doesn't expect us to arrive at an answer, because most things are laden with assumptions. If we are using the dialectic correctly, one question leads to more questions rather than answers. Plato wants us to use the dialectic and not simply fall back on easy answers. This is the only way of catching glimpses of what is true. If you've enjoyed learning about Plato's theory of forms, then why not check out our book, Who the Hell is Plato, by Dr. Parham. Beginning with Plato's life story and the influences on his thinking, the book goes on to take a deep dive into 3 of his most groundbreaking and influential ideas. You can learn more about the theory of forms, as well as his theory of knowledge, what it entails, whether we can know, how we can know, and why it is important. Finally, the book looks at Plato's theory of the good, the highest and most perfect of all concepts. To find out more, go to whothehellis.co.uk by clicking on the link below. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like it. And to catch all our new videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.